Hello everyone. So in this video, we'll be learning about ANSYS APDL exercise 3 analysis of a cantilever beam. So as you know, cantilever beam fixed at one end. So first load is fixed at one end. And if you see this cantilever beam, the overall length is 4 meters. The overall length of a cantilever beam is 4 meters and it divided into 1 meter. So 1 meter, one line, second meter, one line, 1 meter, 1 meter. Total 4 meters is divided into equal 1 meters, and at the fixed end after 1 meter you are applying a point load of 500 newtons, and at the free end you are applying a 1300 newtons, which is negative because in y direction it is coming downwards negative. In y direction is going out above, it is positive 500, negative 1300. And over the line L3, you are applying a UVL. So UVL, uniformly varying load. So minimum is 0, maximum is 1000 newtons. So it is varying from 0 to 1000 newtons UVL. Okay. And if you see the cross section is a square cross section. Width is 0.3 meters and the height of the beam is zero point 0.3 meters. Okay, so you have to find maximum deflection. So this maximum deflection Y max is at the free end. So you have to find the maximum deflection. Again, you have to find the shear force diagram. What is the shear force for these loads? What is the shear force diagram? And what is the bending moment diagram? For this case, you have to find out. Okay. So you have 2 point loads and 1 uniform varying load. Width and height is 300 mm or 0.3 meters. Next, Young's modulus of the beam is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 newtons per mm square, and Poisson's ratio is 0.3. So for this, you have to make the analysis. Okay. So if you see the summary, so the APDL is divided into total 3 types. One is pre-processor, solution, and post-processor. So in the pre-processor, you have to select the element type as beam 2 node 188, and you have to go for the sections. You have to give the width is 0.3 meters and height is 0.3 meters. Next, you have to select the key points. There are total 5 key points. Key point 1, 0, 0. So key point 1, 0, 0. Key point 2, in X it is 1. So key point 2, 1, 0. Key point 3, 2, 0. Key point 4, 3, 0. Key point 5, 4, 0. Total 5 key points and 4 lines will be getting. First line, second line, third line, fourth line. On 2 key points, key point number 2 and key point number 5, 2 point loads. Key point number 1, all the waves, and at the line 3, you are applying a UVL here. Okay. So you have to create total 5 key points: 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0 in this case. Next, you have to go for the size controls. You have to perform meshing operations. So before perform meshing operation, you have to divide it into n number of parts. So optimum value we are taking as 30 equal divisions for the lines. In the mesh, we will be meshing the lines. And as you know that displacement is on key point number 1 all divers, and force we are acting 2 point force on key point 2 500 newtons, key point number 5 minus 1300, and we are applying a pressure which is UVL L3. On line L3 we are applying UVL. At node I the value comes as 0, at node J the value comes as 1000. And nodal solution, Y displacement, Y component displacement, we are finding Y component displacement. We have to find the Y max. What is the Y max? We have to find out. Next, element table. We have to find shear force and bending moment diagram. So for the shear force, if you want to find out shear force, it is SMIC 6 and 19 at node I 6, node J 19. You will get the shear force diagram. SMIC at node I, SMIC 3, at node J SMIC 16. You will be finding the bending moment diagram. Okay, so these are the things we will be performing in the cantilever beam so that it will be completed. So whenever you want to start, click on APDL. So click on Start, All Apps. Then click on ANSYS 17.2 folder. Then you have to select Mechanical APDL 17.2 so that directly will open. Two windows, one output window and one utility window. So if you have any problem in opening output window, click on Buy and Enter so that it will override any unsaved and it will be start a new file for you. Okay. So whenever you open, complete this first 4 things, clear and start new. Okay, so that you're clearing any cache files on all the files you will be clearing, and you will be starting file. Click and start new. Okay. So you have to perform the file. You have to click on the file, clear and start new, click OK. So that, yes, so that it will be clear everything and it will start new. Click on job name. The job name is analysis of cantilever beam. So job name is cantilever beam. Click on file. That is, so you have to, before giving that, you have to create your folders in your respective documents. So I have created folders in the document, so I click on the document, then it's export to roll number, ANSYS, and analysis of cantilever beam. Click OK. And you need to, whatever you are saving, everything will be saved in directory. Click on file, change title. So here you have to give the title as analysis of cantilever beam with your roll number. So with the roll number, you will be specifying this one. And you need to see your title here. If you're not seeing, click on plot and replot so that you can see your title, everything you can see. Okay. So I'll be starting the beam. So click on preferences. So all are structural. So click on structural and OK. Click on preprocessor, element type, add. So here you have to add element type called as beam. And beam, it is two nodes, 188 X and Y nodes we are taking. Close. Then no real constant, go to metal properties, metal models, structural linear elastic isotropic. So value comes as 2E5 and 0.2. Okay, so click OK. And compulsory close this one. If you are not closing this one, you can't click the other one. Compulsory close this one. Go to sections, select the beam. Here you have to specify the width and thickness of the height of the beam. So go for the common section. So it will ask to the what is the B. So 0.3 height 0.2. So we are specifying the B and height and click on apply and preview so that you can see that with respect to the centroid center it starts all the things and area 0.09 meter square. So click on close. You have to save the image of this one. So click on plot control, hard copy to file and select JPG format. So this is called as section preview or data summary. You can type as data summary space. So here, what are the job name you are giving? Same job name will be given here. So and you will get total 3 dots. Remove those 3 dots and .jpg should be there because if you delete .jpg, the file format will be different. So keep it as .jpg. Click on OK. Okay. So you have to check again whether in the folder it is saved or not. So again open your folder. So this is a data summary. So right click and open, and this is what you have saved with respect to your title. Or I will say it. So right click edit. So if you see the option here, this space is black. I don't want this space, so I will be cropping this space here. So that with respect to this one, I will be generating this one. Click on save and close. So all the images you have to do the same thing. You have to crop it and you have to save it. So again, switching back, I have to click on front view. So that I will be coming back to my workspace layout. So sections complete. Close the section, go to modeling, create. Key points we are creating with respect to key points. So in active coordinate system we are specifying. So key point number 1, 0 and 0. Click on apply. Next key point number 2. Next is 1 comma 0. Click on apply. Key point number 3, which is 2 comma 0. Apply. Key point number 4, which is 3 comma 0. And key point number 5, which is 4 comma 0. So that we are creating 4 meters length. Click on OK so that you can see all the 5. If anyone, if you are unable to see all the things, you can click on zoom out so that you can see all your points. Go to lines, join the key points with the lines, straight lines. So you have to select 1 to 2 so that one line is generated. Again select 2 to 3, one line is generated. 3 to 4, one line is generated. 4 to 5, another line is generated. So if you see, for each and every line you will be having different colors so that it represents that all are different different lines have been created. So you have to perform meshing. So these different things we divide and we join them as single unit. So you have to perform meshing. So click on meshing, click on mesh tool. We need to divide the lines. So go for the size controls of the lines set. Select all the lines because I'm dividing it into all equal points. So ND IV, number of element divisions I'm making as 30. Optimum value 30. Click OK. so that it has performed meshing for line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. It shows the meshing. Save the image as the meshing of the cantilever beam. Same way you have to say plot control, hard copy to file. So already you have here cantilever beam, job and job name. Give it as meshing of cantilever beam and remove those three zeros. So that you can save it, click on OK. So meshing complete, again click on mesh tool. Now you are performing actual meshing. So you are meshing the lines, click on mesh, select all the things so that it will become a single unit. Same color, you will get the same color. So meshing complete. Next, go for the load. So first load is the fixed support. Second load here is the positive 100. Here negative minus 1300. And on the line 3, you are applying a UVL 0 to 1000 you are applying. Click on define load, apply. Structural displacement. So first we have to apply the displacement on the key point. Select the key point number 1, click OK. All yours. I need to close this mesh complete. So click on OK. So that this is the displacement. It can't move in translate in x and y direction. It can't rotate in x and y direction. So displacement complete. Close displacement. Click on force on key point. Select the key point 2. But I can't see key point 2. Click somewhere so that key point 2 will be selected at 1 meter distance. Click on OK. And you have to select the direction. It is not x direction. It is in the y direction and positive 500. So I'm not giving negative, positive 500. Click on apply because I have another load. So I'll click on apply so that it will moving above. I'll select this one, click OK. Key point number 5 I'll select, click on OK. F5, the value comes as minus 1300. Click on OK. This is the last force, so click OK. So one is going above, one is going below. Okay. Next, force complete, go for pressure. So UVL and UDL are the pressure on the beams because the pressure might be constant or it varies. And it is on the line, it is not on the key point. So it is a pressure. So pressure on line. I have to select line 3, but I can't see the line 3. So again, I have to click on plot. And I have to plotting the line so that I can see only the line. So here I have to select the red color line here for applying my pressure here. So this is single. If I click single, I need to select all the 30 one by one. Instead of that, I'll click on a box so that everything will be selected. Click on pressure on lines and box. Create a box so that everything will be selected. Okay, pressure on beam. I will select pressure on beam. Then I'll be clicking the box. Then this one, so that everything has selected. So sometimes what happens is I might have selected this portion, one portion of this one, and some portion of this one. So that's the reason I need to make sure. So that's the reason I'll be checking the zoom model. So I'll be creating a rectangle. Whatever inside the rectangle I can see here. So but here I missed this one. So I have to click on pick and single so that a single entity will be selected. Again I will click on the fit view. This is a fit view. I click on fit view. Again I have to select this side. So again I go for zoom model. I'll select here so that here I have selected correct. So click on again fit view so that I have selected my line correctly. Click on OK. Pick and box and click on OK so that it will ask the load key. Compulsory change the load key to 2 because the displacement, force and movement are the load key 1 and UDL, UVL you have to consider as load key 2. If you keep it as load key 1, you can't get the solution. Node I is nothing but this point, starting point of the line, node I. The value comes as 0. There is a node J at the end, the value comes as 1000. So at that end, the value comes as 1000. So I'm giving it as 1000 newtons. Then I have to click on OK. So that the pressure value is same here. Okay. So I'm clicking OK. So click on OK. So that you can see the triangular force because on each and every mesh, it is increasing and decreasing over that. Okay. So save the image as load. Click on plot controls, hard copy to file. JPG, same JPG, and save the image as loads. Loads on cantilever beam. So we'll give the space. I'll remove the 3 zeros. I'll click on save. Okay. So that everything is saved in my folder so that I can see data summary, loads, missing, everything will be saved in my everything is saved. Okay. So loads complete. So again I click on the close the load. Go for the solution, pre-processor compression. So I'll click on solution, solve current LS. Click on OK. Compulsory I should get solution done. If you have done any mistake, they will show some error. So general post-proc, in the post-proc, first we see the deform and undeform shape. So click on plot results, deform shape, deform plus undeform, click OK. So that here Ymax, here you are seeing the more deflection here. But this is a line element results, but I want to see as a complete 3D object, whether it has applied the width and height is not shown here. So if I want to see the width and height, I need to change the style of viewing it. So I have to click on plot control, style, and size and shape. So I want to see the size and shape. So display of elements. So elements display is off. So if I click on and click OK, so that I can see the complete display of elements. So this is the length of 4 meters. If I want to see the width and height, go for the isometric view. So that this is my width point to height. So this is the deflection. So this is the Y max we are seeing here. So if you want to see any video, click on plot controls, animate, deform shape, click on deform plus undeform. Number of frames 10, time delay 5, deform plus undeform, so that you can see the after application of load, it is deforming here. And after remove of load, it come back to original position. Click on close. So that this video is also saved in your respective folder. So that this is a video which was saved in your respective folder. Okay. So we have to see the Y component displacement. So what is the Y max value? Here we can't see the value. If you want to see the value, again you have to go on counter plot. Nodal solution, in the DWeb solution, click on Y components displacement and click on OK. So that how much it is bending, we will get the value. The value here is minus 236, minus 236 meters it is bending. Okay. And here it is 0. Okay. Next, you have to see the shear force diagram and the movement diagram. So that's the reason close the plot results. Then you have to click on element table, define table. I have told you the code. I have already told you the code. The code is SMIC 6 and 19 for shear force, 3 and 16 for bending moment diagram. So the same thing we are applying the code here. So click on element table and define table. So in the define table, we will be adding that number. So scroll on. By sequence number, we will be adding SMIC 6 and 16. So 6, apply. Again scroll down, SMIC. So 6 and 19. So I will click on apply. So 6 and 19 for shear force diagram. Again by sequence number 3 and 16. So I'll click 3, apply. Again I'll scroll down by sequence number 3 and 16. So 16 and click on OK. So that 4, 6 and 19 for shear force, 3 and 16 for bending moment diagram. Update and close. So element table complete. If you want to see the results, again you have to plot the results. In the counter plot, click on line element results. So here 6 and 19. Click on OK. So this is a shear force diagram. So I'll explain. So 1 is 6. So here I am applying it minus 1300. So over the length of L1, it will be 1300. So it will be 1300. And from here, you are applying UVL. So the UVL value comes as 1000. The UVL value comes as 0 to 1000. So here it will be varying like this in this case. So what happens is, so it is in the shape of a triangle. So it is in the shape of a triangle. So triangle formula, if you want to calculate, half into width into height. So half of width is 1 meter into 1000. So half and 1000 cancel. So it is 500 newtons. So to apply this 500 newtons. So it is increasing from minus 1300 minus 500 minus 1300 plus minus 1300 plus minus 500. So total you will be getting as minus 1800. So it is uniformly varying. It is varying till 1800. So at this point it is 1800, and there is a no load on line 2. Line 2 there is no load, so it is constant till here. And at here we are applying a load of 500 positive. So 1800 minus 1800 plus 500. So again it will become as 1300 throughout this end. So this is shear force diagram. And again we have to click on line element results. We have to at node I. Node I means this one, node J this one. Node I we are applying a 3, SMIC 16. If you click OK, you will see the bending moment diagram. So here the value comes as minus 21, and here the value comes as minus 5931. So save these images. It completes the exercise. So all the results you have to save. So then I will show you the procedure, actual procedure. So this is a cantilever beam. So maximum all the things you can see. Okay. So with this it ends. So this is the explanation of the cantilever beam. Okay.